Detective Elliot Graves stood before the silent shop once more, the small bell above the door chiming faintly as if echoing the past. Inside, the clockmaker's tools remained where they had fallen. The old clockmaker. Elliot gathered the three suspects, Clara, Jonas, and Mrs. Morel. The flickering lamplight cast long shadows across their faces as he began. The night Harlan died, the clock stopped at 11:47, but not by accident. Someone forced it to stop to create an alibi. Clara frowned. Jonas shifted uneasily. Mrs. Morel's lips pressed into a thin line. Elliot continued. Harlan's last note said, "When the hands stop, the truth begins." He was working on a clock designed to record the time whenever someone opened the workshop door, but the time was tampered with, frozen to mislead the investigation. He turned toward Jonas. "You had motive for revenge, but the missing gear wasn't stolen by you. You were framed." Jonas's eyes widened. Then Elliot looked at Clara. "You inherited nothing but debts. You lied about leaving at 10, yes. But you returned because you were worried for your mentor. You found him dead, didn't you?" Tears welled in Clara's eyes as she whispered, "I was scared, I know." He turned slowly toward the last suspect, Mrs. Morel. "Why? Why are you looking at me like that, detective?" "Because," Elliot said softly, "your clock runs 13 minutes slow. You said you heard a crash at midnight, but that means it was actually 11. Mrs. Morel froze. The detective's voice grew colder. "You used the clock's delay to mask your visit. You went to confront Harlan over the letters he kept, proof that you'd been forging documents in his name. He caught you, and you panicked. No, it wasn't supposed to happen like that. But when he fell, the clock stopped, and so did his heart." The truth hung heavy in the air. The ticking of the surrounding clocks seemed deafening now, like a chorus of judgment. Mrs. Morel was taken away, her silhouette vanishing into the rain. Clara stood silently by the detective's side. "She tried to use time to hide her guilt," Elliot murmured. "But time always tells the truth." The hands began to move again, ticking toward midnight, a symbol that justice had been restored. Elliot Graves turned toward the camera, his expression thoughtful but resolute. In every lie, there's a ticking truth waiting to be heard. And sometimes, all it takes is patience to listen. He picked up the repaired clock, its gears gleaming once more under the light. "What do you think?" The screen slowly faded to black as the ticking sound grew louder, each tick echoing like a heartbeat. This case may be closed, but darkness hides another story waiting to unfold. Subscribe to Mystery Detective Tales, animated true crime, and stay tuned for the next investigation.